What's up, man? It's your boy MoonDog38732 from the MoonDog38732 Show on YouTube. Hey, man, watch the show, like the show, share the show, comment, and subscribe. We've made it through 3 seasons already. Plus, we've also made it through the interviews in which we have done for Black-owned businesses. So right now, we're going to start season 4. Once again, man, if you don't like what I'm doing, man, keep it moving. As I've said in the past, some of these stories sound like they're made up, but believe me, everything I'm telling you, they have happened, man. At the same time, I have centralized just about everything, and now you can go to the MoonDog38732 Show.com, the MoonDog38732 Show.com for a lot of my videos, for the blogs, for some interviews, for the advertising, and of course the merchandise shop. It used to be the MoonDog38732 Show, myshopify.com, the MoonDog38732 Show, myshopify.com, but now I centralized everything and I got it on the MoonDog38732 Show.com. Just click on the tabs, man. I think I made it pretty easy. With that being said, let's get into the reason why you all are here. Man, these stories. All right, here we go. Being in situations in which I've been in, which I've helped younger people and things like that, and I've been on the same end of that same help, right? In the school system, they have these things called standardized tests. They put a lot of weight on the standardized tests as far as the future of the kids, the future of the teachers. But in my opinion, I don't believe that a standardized test will determine if a child or a kid or a younger student or an older student is successful in life. You mean to tell me if a kid got through all the way from the 1st grade to the 11th grade, but you go give him a test and he doesn't pass the test, he can't graduate high school? So he's passed all his coursework, but if he doesn't pass the standardized test, he doesn't graduate high school. That doesn't make sense to me. But with that being said, we're going to take it all the way back to when I was in BLB, all right? I can remember this vividly. I was in Mr. Williams' class. They was giving us standardized tests. Man, back then, they give us all type of tests. Like, we was guinea pigs, some California achievement tests. Like, I'm in Mississippi, man. Why am I taking a California achievement test, right? So, you know what I'm saying? They give us the test. They breaking everything down. They telling us how important it is. All that blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I really don't want to take this test. Like, my grades are like good. I really don't need to take this test. I'm going to pass anyway. So the teacher telling us, hey, man, take this test very seriously. You know, I'm like, man, forget that. So, you know what I'm saying? I got my number 2 pencils. I'm ready. Sharpen, eraser, got my booklet, got my scratch paper. They getting ready for the pass everything out. Ask anybody to go to the restroom. I'm straight, man. I'm looking like I'm finna freestyle this test, man. Just get it over with, right? So, bing, the bell rings. Everybody has their work. The teacher's walking through the aisles. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm looking at the other students in class. They like really taking it serious. Like, I guess, you know, read through it, marking answers. I'm looking like, I ain't got no business taking this test. I'm supposed to be here. My grades are 5. So I can look at it and mark some, look through it and mark some. So the time is going by. And then some of the students are getting finished. They actually taking it seriously. Me, on the other hand, I'm trying to stretch this thing out as long as I can, right? So I'm going, bam. So they like, they have this amount of time left before the test over. So I'm looking like, all right, bam, freestyle. Put that number 2 pencil down, grab number 2 pencil. Make sure I circle everything in, right? I think I was the last one to get done. I'm finished. Teacher take him up. Everybody's like, woo, we took that test, man. How did you do? I'm like, man, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I freestyle that thing. They was laughing. Like, okay. All right, Dwayne, you freestyle Moondog. Moondog, you freestyle, right? I mean, that's what you do. You smart enough. I'm like, guess what I can do. So some time went by. Though we, like, days, weeks, and things like that. So we still doing our regular school thing. Homework. Going to the board, all that type of stuff, man. Reading in class. So the test grades finally came back from the standardized test, right? So the teacher says the following. If I call your name, stand up. You're going to have to go to chapter 1. Chapter 1 back then was like a class for people that need remediation. Like, y'all miss some stuff, right? So they were like, they called one of my homeboys' name, Bam. I'm laughing like, and you had to like walk immediately to chapter 1 because the classroom right here and chapter 1 right there, which Mr. Williams' wife taught chapter 1. So they would get up and walk straight to chapter 1, right? Bam. Next student, call him, bam, I'm cracking up. Next student, bam, call him, he go over there. Next student, bam. I'm looking like, man, y'all some dummies, right? Y'all need remediation. And then they called my name. But the thing about it is, I had the same name as another student, right? So I said, hey man, I'll holler at you, man, go ahead and knock that out, right? Because his grade wasn't as good as mine. So then they called the middle initials. Now we had different middle initials. And they said, my middle initial. I look like, man, y'all got me confused with somebody else. And they like, nah, you gotta get up and go ahead and go to the class. I'm like, hold on, man. My mom work here. Everybody in the school know my mom. My dad is a teacher, and I'm finna go to remediation. So we get into the room. I'm super pissed off. Like I ain't supposed to be here. And then I'm mad. And then the teacher, like Miss Williams, she was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I ain't supposed to be here." She's like, "Yes, you do." She said, "Your name Dwayne, yeah, right? MoonDog, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Well, you supposed to be here?" I said, "Ain't no way." She said, "What you doing that test?" I said, "I freestyled it." She said, "That's the problem. This particular test, this time, it actually counted, and they wanted to see who needs remediation." I was like, what? And my mind went like, all I can think about is like, I gotta drive this bus home, tell my mom and dad that I'm taking remediation. So after after the day went on, I went home. I think the school had called them first. And my mom was calling like, "You got the wrong person." My dad, he found out a little bit later. But my mom was like, she was kind of hot. Like, "Hell, this ain't none of my son, this, other." And they like, nah, they showed me the stuff. She looked at me like, Fred Sanford, you big dummy. That's what I got. So from then on, man, for about like a whole 9 weeks or 2 9 weeks, me and my partners would go over there till we get our grades. But my grade was already 5, so it didn't take me that long, right? So we just decided like, man, forget it, man, we go have fun. So one of my homeboys, man, like when the teacher would have her back turned and she would have a dress on, right? He would get on the floor, man, and look up the lady dress. so we up in there making the best out of this situation, man. We up in there cracking up, we up in there having fun. I'm setting our answers back, back in them days, I ain't mind setting the answers out. So we gotta try and make sure we get up out that thing and we won't have to do it again. Well, with that being said, I still don't believe that the standardized test determined if somebody's successful. I think I did pretty well for myself. All my partners that was in the class with me, they did well for themselves. With that being said, man, sometimes you gotta take things seriously, even though you don't want to. Yeah, I was a chapter 1 graduate. Hey man, I'm out.